Tiny servings, questionable handling of ingredients, and maddening supply gaps. This is the underhanded side of Popeyes that they've attempted to hide. When you visit your nearby Popeyes, you naturally assume everything on the menu will be available, but that's not always the case. And it's not only about the 2019 chicken sandwich craze. Sometimes a single item might be missing, but more often the shortages are bigger. As one frustrated diner shared on Reddit, "Whenever I order at my 3 local Popeyes, they literally are out of over half the menu every time." Another frustrated customer chimed in, "They absolutely knew they had zero chicken. And I do mean zero chicken. To serve, but still took our orders so they could keep our money." When the lady behind the counter offered we could get $34 worth of fries and mac and cheese, I had to laugh. After researching it, I've discovered this is the process at Popeyes. These shortages were especially common at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, when restaurants across the country were grappling with supply chain problems. Yet even after that, there have been instances of Popeyes running out of menu items, particularly during popular promotions that draw crowds. In some cases, certain locations have even gained a reputation for running low on food on seemingly ordinary weekdays.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
When Popeyes restocked its chicken sandwich after the 2019 sellout, many fans complained that it didn't taste like the original. The relaunch even sparked chaos, and in some rare cases, violence. Partly because the sandwich didn't quite match the memories people had of it. Although Popeyes insisted the sandwich hadn't changed, customers reported otherwise. The first clue was a drop in calories, from 690 down to 660. Side-by-side photos revealed that the new sandwich looked noticeably smaller. The chicken and bun weren't as thick as before. There also seemed to be fewer pickles. The bun was lighter in color, and some people felt the breading had a slightly different texture. Still, many fans argued that the chicken sandwich tastes just as good as it used to. Some even claimed it was better than the original. When Popeyes rolled out a plant-based sandwich in 2021, it didn't stick around for very long. While the chain offers vegetarian-friendly menus in places like the UK and India, US customers who follow a plant-based diet should tread carefully. Things aren't always what they seem. Take the southern staple of red beans and rice. It's made with lard and meat. The mashed potatoes are safe for vegetarians if you skip the meat-based gravy, but the green beans are off-limits since they're flavored with turkey bacon. Going fully vegan is even trickier. Items like the Cajun fries and hash browns could fit the bill, but they're often cooked alongside animal-based foods, risking cross-contamination. Popeyes has also confirmed that some items are fried in beef tallow. Coffee and most soft drinks appear to be vegan-friendly, but beyond that, options are extremely limited. Eating raw chicken is a serious no-go, since it can carry salmonella and lead to food poisoning. That's why we place a lot of trust in fast food chains that serve poultry. Unfortunately, reports of undercooked chicken at Popeyes seem to come up more often than they should. As one diner shared on Reddit, "I was served a raw chicken sandwich and I got sick. The owner did nothing and corporate did nothing. I am hoping this gets shared." Another diner who received an undercooked chicken sandwich phoned Popeyes and was allegedly told, "We check our broilers every 4 hours to make sure they are at the food-safe temperature. I'm sorry you were dissatisfied with it." People have raised similar concerns about Popeye's bone-in chicken, wings included. It's probably wise to slice into your chicken before taking a bite, whether at Popeyes or any other restaurant. A number of customers have said that Popeyes' chicken tenders aren't what they used to be. Complaints often mention thinner, less crunchy batter, smaller servings, and meat that seems lower in quality. As one Reddit user commented, "They used to be really tender. Now they are quite chewy and dense." Another customer added, "They definitely have some weird spots in them, like rubbery." Some customers have complained about getting tiny chicken pieces that they feel shouldn't even count as a full tender. The breading is another frequent issue. Because Popeyes bread their regular tenders by hand, the quality can differ a lot depending on the location. This suggests the problem is more about the staff doing the breading than a chain-wide flaw. The spicy tenders, on the other hand, tend to be more consistent since they come pre-breaded. Not all cooking oils are created equal, and Popeyes specifically uses palm oil to fry its chicken. That's somewhat unusual compared to other major chicken chains like Raising Cane's and Chick-fil-A, which typically use blends of oils such as canola, soy, or peanut. Palm oil has earned a controversial reputation. While it may offer some health benefits, it's also high in saturated fats. A 2006 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that palm oil can keep cholesterol levels higher than oils like soy or canola. On top of that, palm oil is often sourced unsustainably, contributing to deforestation. Regarding its use of palm oil, Popeyes stated in 2022, the commitment to contribute to the production of certified sustainable palm oil is part of Popeyes' ambition to support deforestation-free supply chains. Adding to the concerns, some customers have shared personal stories of experiencing major digestive issues after eating at Popeyes. A number of them suspect palm oil is the culprit. That said, the exact oil blend Popeyes uses isn't entirely clear. Some reports even suggest that beef fat is used in the fryers. Not every item on Popeyes' menu moves fast. Still, the chain often prepares them in advance and keeps them under heat lamps, waiting for someone to order. Unfortunately, that means they aren't always served fresh. If you prefer your fast food straight from the fryer, there are a few things you might want to skip. As one Reddit user claiming to be a Popeyes employee shared, spicy chicken doesn't sell as well as mild, so it just sits there for longer than 30 minutes. It's supposed to be there, until we get a complaint or we have time to look. Same for the fish. It just doesn't sell. This can vary depending on the location. Spicy chicken, for instance, is a big hit in New Orleans. But in areas where customers aren't as keen on spicy options, it can be one of the slower-moving items, and therefore not as fresh. There are a few ways to improve your chances of getting freshly cooked food. One is to visit during peak hours, when items are more likely to be made on the spot. Another is to politely let the staff know you're willing to wait for your meal to be prepared fresh.
We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Getting fresh fries at any fast food restaurant can be a challenge. At Popeyes, it seems even harder, with customers often complaining that the fries are greasy, soggy, or served cold. Regarding the greasiness, one Reddit user claimed, "That's true 90% of the time." That said, it wasn't entirely negative. The same person also mentioned, "This past week I must have hit the fry jackpot or something, because I got a batch of crispy, not too oily fries, and everybody agreed they were the best Popeyes fries we've ever tried." Even if you manage to get fresh fries, you shouldn't wait too long to dig in. As one Reddit user suggested, the secret is that you have to eat them right away. If they sit in the bag, they become soggy because of all the steam being created in the bag that can't vent. To be fair, this isn't unusual for fast food fries in general. Still, it's worth mentioning so you can take some simple steps. Consider politely telling the cashier you're happy to wait for a fresh batch. Once you get them, keep the container open to prevent the fries from steaming themselves into a soggy, greasy mess. Ending up with tiny bone-in chicken pieces from Popeyes can definitely be disappointing. The quality of the chicken itself is another question. Popeyes does claim to use antibiotic-free poultry, but it has never said the chickens are cage-free or hormone-free. This also doesn't explain why some pieces are so small. Yet, several customers have voiced complaints about the size. As one Reddit user remarked, the bone-in chicken at Popeyes has gotten ridiculously small. The legs can be eaten in almost a single bite, and the thighs are only slightly bigger than the legs. And don't even get me started on the wings. Another customer who visited in 2023 shared their thoughts on Reddit. "These are the tiniest dinky wings I have ever seen. About 1/3 the size of the wings I'm used to getting." One TikTok user even posted a video requesting extra wings to compensate for the tiny portion.
"At least give me 2 of them."
Most people know that shrimp is usually deveined before cooking. Apparently, though, not everyone at Popeyes got that memo. Getting shrimp with the veins still in might sound unappetizing, even if it's technically safe to eat. If you'd rather avoid shrimp veins, this is one chain to approach with caution. The vein is actually the shrimp's digestive tract, which is dark because it contains whatever the shrimp had been eating. In essence, it's the shrimp's version of another animal's intestines, just smaller. While it isn't harmful when cooked, plenty of people find it off-putting. It can also leave a gritty texture, and nobody wants a sandy bite when eating shrimp, or any food, really. One disgusted customer who received vein-in shrimp at Popeyes shared their experience on Reddit, saying, "Popeyes doesn't even devein their shrimp. Looks like no more Popeyes for me." Some diners have also reported getting shrimp with the tails still attached, which isn't exactly the most appealing. Not every fast food fan expects that chicken tenders are made from actual tenderloins. Still, this distinction was significant enough to spark a class action lawsuit against Popeyes. As the name implies, the tenderloin is the most tender and juicy part of a chicken breast. The plaintiff in the case argued that customers were misled when they paid a premium for tenders that didn't actually come from the tenderloin. Popeyes, however, never claims that its tenders are made from any specific part of the chicken, and they don't label them as tenderloins. Court records indicate that between 2022 and 2024, the case didn't make progress after the court suggested dismissal or amendment. In the meantime, Popeyes continues to market its chicken strips simply as tenders, rather than calling them strips or fingers.